Thank you, Michelle, and good evening, everyone. I am Emma Charles, Relationship Manager with RBC's Business Banking Unit, where I specialize in business lending to a portfolio of high net worth clients in St. Lucia. Let me first start by congratulating our graduates on completing the Dream to Reality Professional Business course. Well done to all of you. This evening, I feel humbled and honored to be in your midst and having to address you on financing your startup dream, and in particular, sharing some insights on the Business Susu program. Small business loans serve many purposes, from helping you expand your services or helping survive COVID 19, and can definitely take a weight off your shoulders when the stakes are high. They are, however, a huge commitment, and if you're not ready, they can end up as more hindrance than help. I know some of you ladies participating in this course have been part of the Business Susu program with Slatera, and to date, three of you have actually received funds from this Business Susu, which you are using as seed funding towards your businesses. Bravo! This is commendable and aligns nicely with our theme of repurpose, retool, redeploy your dream. Don't wait for change, create it. The Business Susu is an excellent accountability tool. If you're the kind of person who may lack discipline when it comes to finances, a Susu may be the right vehicle to develop the habit of saving money for your startup. It also helps build trust among members while at the same time building your character, which are both essential attributes when borrowing from a financial institution. Business susus also create financial literacy in communities, especially within our community of Dream to Reality. It's important for us to discuss our finances and money now more than ever. Therefore, creating a small community of savers will give members the chance to learn more about how their money works and potentially open the door for bigger financial opportunities. As a banker, my job is to provide financial advice so that persons like you can make informed financial decisions that will create changes and help redeploy your spending towards your dreams. With that, I would like to remind you as you start or continue your journeys some of the attributes which determine the outcome of your financial requests. The first one is your character. Do you have a history of repaying other debts? As lenders, we want to give money to those who have proven responsible in the past. If you're looking to get financing from a bank or credit union, stop by and speak to your financial advisor. Build an in-person relationship so that it can make it more likely to lend to you because we would have already known who you are. And for those of you who don't have a history of borrowing prior, being a member of the SUSU, you need to contribute and commit to that SUSU for an entire cycle, which can run from 3 months to 6 months to a year. That will show your level of commitment, and it shows that you are responsible because you would have contributed every month. You would have to wait your turn to obtain or draw from the susu. So it shows that in a way you are responsible and committed to the program. The second attribute is your capacity. And capacity is measured by looking at your company's recurring debt in comparison to its income. Let me explain. If, for example, your company makes 500 in sales or your top line, and your bottom line or your profit at the end of the month is $100, if you're going to borrow, you should be able to borrow the $100 excess should be able to cover the loan payment plus have a little extra should in case you have any emergencies or unforeseen expenses come up. The third is capital. We also look at the amount of capital a borrower is willing to put in when asking for a loan. The larger the contribution upfront from you is the more skin you have in the game as a borrower, and making you make the lender feel more secure in the fact that you will be less likely to default on the payment. So the business susu program, if you don't yet have plans for it, it can be that every time you get a lump sum from that susu, you deposit it on a separate account. Every time you get your monies, you put it on a so that accumulates. So in the long run, if you don't have immediate use for it, then you're accumulating a deposit or security for a loan that you may intend on taking in the near future. The fourth attribute is collateral. If you don't have skin in the game in the form of capital, we might look for you to use your own assets to pledge as security against a loan. Collateral serves as a backup if you're unable to pay your loan for whatever reason, and it's most common with equipment financing, car loans, or mortgages, where the item you're purchasing with the financing becomes the collateral for the loan. One of your first steps as a small business owner should be to establish a proper business structure before searching for financing to ensure that your personal assets cannot be taken as collateral if you experience issues in repaying a business loan. I will repeat that last part slowly. One of your first steps as a small business owner should be to establish a proper business structure before searching for financing to ensure that your personal assets cannot be taken as collateral if you experience issues in repaying a business loan. And the fifth attribute is conditions of the loan. For example, like your interest rate, the amount of principal, and how the borrower intends on using the money. While those things are within your control, lenders will also look at external conditions, including macroeconomic issues and what's going on in your specific industry that could affect your small business's income and in turn your ability to pay the loan. In closing, just be mindful that you may need to repurpose your financial strategy. What obtained in 2019 may not necessarily apply today, and it's okay to pivot. The plans that you had in January 2019 pre-COVID may no longer apply in December 2020 because the situation has changed, dynamics have changed, and so you may need to repurpose your business strategy, repurpose your financial strategy. Retool. Be sure to keep abreast with what's happening in your industry so that you anticipate changes before their arrival. That way you may be more prepared or better prepared to handle whatever comes your way. Redeploy. Focus on your areas of weakness from the onset. Self-awareness usually propels us to wanting to seek better, so the better versions of ourselves come to the fore. Remember again the 5 attributes that will assist you when approaching a financial institution include your character, that is, whether you have a good repayment history, your capacity, whether the business will be able to sustain loan payments month on month. The capital is your contribution to the loan that you're asking for. Collateral is what will serve as security should in case you not be able to pay the loan. And conditions of the loan will be determined by what's happening in your industry, the economy, etc. And we're sticking with the tool. It is okay to repurpose, retool, and redeploy. When you're running a small business, yes, you may have plans, but they're not written in stone. Be prepared to stop, re-strategize, and pivot. Remember, don't wait for change. Create it. All the best to you ladies on your journeys, and I look forward to seeing, reading, and hearing about your individual successes.